Hey, Stuart, you want me to work on the A27B over there? Alright, I'll get on it. Yeah, you've been out there for a while. Alright, I'll get working on you. Seen an awful lot of A27Bs lately. Alright, let me get your serial number here. They're over here. Right there. Q 4 7 9 0 0 4 2 1 Y 7. Alright. What seems to be the problem today? I gotta do little things like that to keep myself amused around here. I know you can't answer. You're not even powered on. Alright. Let me get your front panel off and let's figure out what's going on in there. I'm pretty sure I know what it is since I worked on so many of you recently. I don't know what they're doing to you A27Bs out there in the field, but I've been seeing a lot of you come in for repair. Yep. Alright, let's get this front panel off. Screw number 1. Number 2. That might have been part of your problem right there. That one was so loose it just fell right out. Alright, let's hit number 4. Well, that's why it wasn't such a problem. This one over here is so tight. There we go. I was probably helping that one stay in. There we go. Now let's see what we got going on in there. Yep, pretty much what I expected. For some reason, when they built you, they put a bunch of spare parts in. Those spare parts tend to cause problems. And there's one little chip that usually burns out on your main board. We got to replace that one. C28. Alright. First thing I'm going to do is replace your connection wire between your ocular muscle and your motherboard. Alright, I'm going to grab this screwdriver right here. We'll start by popping this connector right here. There we go. Now, I got to disconnect the wires on each side of your ocular sensor there. So, I'm going to grab my light and my little skinny pliers to reach back in there, because it's back in a little ways and it's a little bit of a tight fit. I'm going to start over here first. Let's reach back right back in here. I got to disconnect this little one right here. Push that out of the way. And there. Alright, we got that side. Let's get the other side now. Yep, right back in there. Push that out of the way. Reach back right in there. And there. replaced on both sides. And it's released off the motherboard down there. Now we got to pull it out of there. Alright, I got to reach up in. Right through there like that. Pull this down. And pull this right through there. See, the problem with this one is it's too short. And it pulls the connection down here a little bit and makes it loose. It's one of your problems. There's the replacement part for that. That's a little longer. We'll replace that, don't worry. Next, I gotta pull your motherboard out because I'm pretty sure your C28's bad. So we'll get that out of there. Start with the screwdriver. Loosen up this screw right here. Working on droids, working on droids. There we go. Got that loosened up. Now we just pop it out of there with my pliers. There we go. I got it. Yep. Just as I suspected. Your C28 needs to get replaced. Can you see it? There I go, doing it again. You can't see nothing. You're not even turned on. Yep. That's C28. Yep. I got a whole box of them over there. I'll be right back. Let me grab my replacement C28 for you. Working on droids, working on droids. There we go. Working on droids, working on droids. Put your C28 right there. What have they been having you do out there? I ain't never seen a U13 burn out before. It don't make any sense. Burnt out U13. Strange, strange, strange. I'm gonna have to see if I got a spare one for you. Burnt out U13, that's weird. Hey, Stuart. You ever seen a burnt out U13 before? No, me neither. Strange, isn't it? You know if we got any spare ones? Oh, and then a box of original parts, huh? I haven't seen that box in a while. Oh, on the shelf? Third one up? Alright. Gray box? Oh yeah, I see it there. I see it. No, there is one in here. Look at that. Hey Stuart, I don't know what they're doing with them droids out there now, but maybe you ought to have Jane order a few more of these U13s. That was the last one. Probably the only one ever. Alright. Strange. Strange. Alright. We'll set that down for now. Next thing we gotta do is replace your memory chip in there. They upgraded them to a newer style, and probably isn't anything wrong with yours, but it's just something we gotta do when we take you apart. So, let me grab my pliers and reach back inside you here. Yep, I'll grab that right there. There we go. You see? Here's the new style one over here. I don't really know much different between them. This one's green and this one's blue. Apparently blue is better. So we'll put your blue one in. I just gotta make sure it matches your serial number. They sent us a huge box of them. And anytime we fix a droid, we gotta replace it with its new memory chip. Let's see here. Q47900421Y7. She's a match. Little levers to hold her in place back. Alright. Perfect. Now that we got that part done, I gotta do a little testing on you. I gotta find my tester. Where did I leave my tester? Don't go nowhere. Working on droids, working on droids, working on droids. Working on droids, working on droids. Got it. Gotta take my little protectors off. Turn this on. Put the right setting. Okay. I'm gonna clip this around your main line back in here. Oh yeah, there we go. Power level seems okay. I'll do a little testing though. Switch that in here. Alright. Oh, no, no, that's not what I want to test right now. I want to test this. There we go. Alright. Right there. Yep, that's good. Yep. Yep. Test your ocular sensor points here. Yep, 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 yep. I'm down here. Yep. Over here. Good. Up in here. Alright. Those are all working good. Alright. One more section to test down in there. Right down here. Right over here. Right there. Yep. Excellent. Alright, those are all good. Gotta put my little protectors back on. I always remember to put them back on. Because one time I poked myself with one of them. They're pretty sharp. There we go. I'm going to put my tester back. At least I don't think I'm going to need it again. I'm going to put it away. It's always good to put things back where you got them. Working on droids, working on droids. Okay. Now remember I told you about them spare parts. We gotta get them out of there. I don't know why they put them in you. They just cause problems. We've determined that's why your C-28's burn out. I don't know about that U-13 though. That still got me perplexed. Anyway, let's get that flux regulator out of there. Alright. Now, this one's gonna be uncomfortable. Attached into the back of your ocular sensor. It probably won't be too uncomfortable for you. You don't got any feelings really. And you're not even turned on. Working on droids. Sides out. Now let's go back there. There we go. Okay, that part's disconnected. Now I need to get it down in here. Yep. There. Alright. Yep, now I need to pull it out of there. Got the one side. Let me get that other side. There we go. Let me pull this down out of you. And pop this off down here. There we go. See? These silly flux regulators. I don't know why somebody thought you needed a flux regulator. You don't even have any flux to regulate. It doesn't make any sense. So we just got a bin over there, we throw these in. There. That one's out of the way. Yeah. You got one more little spring doohickey they put in you. Nobody knows why it's there. I think they just put extra parts in there so they can charge more money for you. Let's get it out of there. See these crazy things they put inside you? Nobody knows why it's there. They are kind of fun to play with, though. Alright, let's put that over there. I think you're almost done. I guess I better put your motherboard back in. Yep. That U13 still boggles me. Better make make sure there ain't nothing else wrong. I didn't expect to look for a burnt U13. I'm lucky I saw it. No. Everything else looks pretty good. Let's put you back together. Okay, motherboard's back in. Now, we gotta put your new connection cable in there. Let's grab this right here. See, here's your old one that we pulled out. Here's your new one. See how much longer that is? It allows you much more flexibility and movement without this thing pulling loose. So we'll just put this up in there. Okay, there, now it's up in place. Clamp it in down here. Then I gotta attach it with my pliers. My long, skinny pliers. Right back in there. Push that out of the way. Move that over there. And in. Perfect. I'll do the other side. Back in there. Push that out of the way. Just like that. And there. Perfect. Let's connect this one down here. Perfect. Where did I set your main panel? I'll be right back. Go look for your main panel. Oh, there it is. Working on Droids. I found your main panel, don't worry. Alright, you gotta screw this in. There are screws. I'll make sure they're good and tight. Ah, perfect. Here we go. You're pretty much all back together. Now I guess I'm gonna have to boot you up and test you out. Yep. Alright, let me find your power switch. Right back here. You ready? There we go. booting up. Alright. Let's get out this. I'm going to test your temperatures and make sure everything's working alright. You almost done booting up? Out. Okay, you're flashing ready now. Let's test you out. You hold still now. Alright. That's good temperature. Alright. Alright. Whoa. Your ocular sensor's a little warm. .8 degrees. A little warm for a robot. Check the back out here. That's a little better. Maybe it was just a initial boot up. Oh yeah. Coming down now. That's in much better operating range now. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to test out your sensors and make sure everything's working alright. Take a look inside your ocular sensor there, so just hold still. Working on droids, working on droids, working on droids. Working on droids, working on droids. Alright, everything appears to be working alright there. I gotta test your voltage there though. I knew I shouldn't have put my tester away. Alright, this time I mean it because you're on. Don't go nowhere. You stay put. Alright? Alright. Working on droids, working on droids. Working on droids. Take my little protectors off. Yep. Set it to the right setting. Okay. I think we're good. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna clip this on you. Yep, that one's good. Yep. Alright. And Excellent. Test over here on this side. Yeah, that right there. Oh yeah, that's good. Real good. What's it like over here though? Yep. Real good, real good. Alright. I know I'm done with it this time. Stay. Let me give you a once over, make sure everything else seems to be where it should be. You hear over here? Okay, good. About over here. Yep, alright, excellent. Alright. Found a burnt out C28 as expected. Replaced memory module. What else did we do with you? Removed flux regulator. Removed weird springy thingy. I don't know what they are. Nobody knows what they are. It's not even listed on your inventory. Weird. Alright. And then we also replaced burnt U13. Strange. Never seen an A27B with burnt U13 before. And note, ask around about U13. I'm going to look into it. See if we can find out what's going on with there. All tests positive. Okay. I think you're ready to head back out in the field. Be careful out there. I don't know what they got you droids doing, but A burnt U13, that's something strange. Alright. I'm going to turn you off. And that way, they can pick you up with a shuttle and pull you back out there, alright? Alright. Good night.